you basically have to describe your perfect chair, just like what's the perfect chair,
Hmm.
and then where are you sitting in that chair?
Um, does a couch count as a chair?
I think whatever just describe your perfect like chair. Like what color is it? What material? What does it feel like? Like
Got
how big is it? How small is it?
Hmm. My favorite type of chair is the rocking chair, and it would be constructed uh out of really fine maple. Um, I don't know what that means. But maple or maybe cedar. I don't know if maybe pine. I'm just listing woods now, but if I had to pick one, it would be pine. Um, and I guess I would want to do like a sort of crossover between modern and, like Victorian. I would want to have like nice like a somewhat of an elaborate design, but like on the back of the chair, like using like negative space.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but maybe the shapes are the modern part. Like maybe there's shapes in the design and they're like maybe they're more like circular and bendable than like rigid squares and lines or something. Um,
Very, 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 very modern.
yeah. Maybe I'll just go modern all the way. Maybe it's just modern. I don't know.
I'm getting rustic vibes too, because you're saying cedar, like a modern rustic. Like,
Yeah, a modern rustic, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna become a carpenter. Um,
Second part of this prompt is now go find objects in your house and make this chair.
yeah, go make the chair. Yeah, my dad could help me. Maybe my dad could help me make the chair. That'd be crazy. And I would stain it
mm,
um, with like a nice blonde thing color, a nice blonde stain. But I wouldn't stain it too much. Maybe like no more than like 3 coats of stainer.
hmm.
Um,
I fuck with that though. I fuck with that.
I guess those are all like the ideas I wanted to get out. Yeah, yeah. And but it would be used for it will be used for reading. You know, that's where I'll
Hmm.
read in the rocking chair.
But so I wait. There's a second part of the question though. So it's you're reading in this blonde stained cedar rocking chair of a modern design.
Yeah,
But where is it? Is it in the forest? Is it on top of a roof? Is it in outer space? Like where is this chair?
it's definitely got to be in New Paltz, New York. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Where else would it be? Like anything else. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, maybe like I move it from outside to inside, throughout the day. Maybe like in the beginning of the day, like, in the afternoon, I'll bring it outside, do some reading outside. And then maybe when it gets colder and darker, go inside. But
Hmm.
yeah, location is New Paltz. That's where it's got to be.
Wow, thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. Such a vivid picture.
I'm excited to see that chair.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I think the chair would be a simple chair. A simple chair, first and foremost. Like maybe the size of like a sort of dining room table chair. What does that mean? Just like a sitting chair. Maybe it's maybe it's a shade of blue, or it's and it's got some like yellow paint on it, maybe some red. And maybe there's a cushion on it. I don't know. There's like a little bit. There's back support. It's got a back, and it's comfortable for your butt. And then there's like, it's not sitting out all the time. I've realized when I sit, like now that I'm home so much, I'm sitting and I like to sometimes put my feet up. So maybe it's not like, okay, you can't. It's not out all the time.
What?
It's out all the time, but it's because it like can fold under the chair, so it's not like a dent. It's just not like out all the time, but you can have a possibility of whipping that part out. And it's got, but it supports your back, and it has the possibility to turn into a swing, so you can connect.
Oh my god, I love this.
Connect some pieces, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's time to swing.
Oh my god.
And I think it sits in a rainforest, or it's sort of like where you can like swing into the sort of wet trees.
I love that.
But then you can also maybe take it inside and eat some pasta.
Eat some pasta.
But it's a good chair. It's a simple chair. And
it's not that simple. There's so many functions. But the design.
But the vibe is like you walk in and you're like, oh, nice chair, you know, or you walk out, I guess, if you're outside. But it's not like it's not a flashy chair. It's just It's a nice blue chair.
A nice blue chair.
Nice.
I thank you for that. I love that painted vivid picture of that kind of rustic chair in the wilderness with multi-purpose, you know? Like, it's great. I think my perfect chair, I'm gonna have to steal blue from you because blue is my favorite color. So it would be, I think, like a dark shade of blue, and I think the material would be pretty like harder cushions. But when you sat in it, it would really support your back and body in a way that like the hard cushions feel really good. You know, so it's like it's got just enough give that you can move around a little bit, but it also forces you into a very kind of healthy position. It would, it would have armrests, but then you could also move the armrests down, and you could fold them. You could fold the armrests. I think it would definitely have a lot of height adjustment. Which I think could be really nice, a really easy height adjustment. And you would also be able to take the whole back section off, so you could turn it into a stool when it needed to be a stool.
I like that.
So let me think. What else? Yeah, so dark blue kind of, it would have kind of a rough but soft texture at the same time, on these kind of hard but not too hard cushions. And it would be this kind of like chair where like you see it in a room and you're like, oh, that's just another chair. But then you look at it for longer and you're like, wow, that's a really special chair. You know what I mean? And then you sit down in the chair and you're like, oh my God, this is like such an amazing chair. Like, I did not expect that I would be sitting in such a good chair today. It's so unique. Like, it's just like such a vibe. But I think it would be a work chair, because I think where it is it's sitting right in front of a huge console.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right
between the speakers.
Yeah, right between the speakers, in front of like a 48 track like Neve or SSL console. Yeah, that's my chair.
There's this one chair at Figure 8 that I really like.
Oh, the horse chair.
Yeah, it's really weird looking, but it's like
comfy.
It's like deceptively comfy.
I feel like I gotta sit on that one backwards when I sit on it. I can't find it, or like, you know what I mean? Where like I never sit on chairs like
Yeah.
Like that's the one chair I have to sit on backwards. Otherwise, it's like so weird for me. But I hear what you're
It's like someone's holding you, like, you know what I mean? It feels like
Damn. Wow. This should be like an album cover. Should be all three of these chairs.
Yeah. I took some notes. You gotta make these reality somehow, or I'll do some little paintings or something.
I love that.
Booyah goes Carpenter.
Carpenter, like,
Carpenter's not a bad name for a release.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Noted.